going for the opening tip with Donatas Motiejunas, and now Thomas Walkup finds a little bit of penetration, goes underneath the basket. Shot is released and struck by Luca Vildoza.
You know, they've got enough scoring options. Eventually they'll settle down. There's a certain amount of nervousness amongst the players of Monaco.
But there is Alpha Diallo settling things down.
So do you just keep feeding him until he goes cold?
Fournier, hot hand as well. Tough fadeaway is good. How smooth was that?
He's so good at scoring the basketball. Look, because every time he touches it, the ball goes through the basket.
And Mike James hasn't taken on a shot yet, but he does have 2 assists. His walk-up again,
well,
belying that status as an irregular scorer.
Choice to make here. Maybe Olympiacos, who normally replaces James.
Motiejunas, nice pass into the corner for Blossom Game, and he's got to make those open threes if he's struggling defensively.
So you just can't let him get open. Gets his feet set. He's got unlimited range.
He and Vezenkov very similar in that way. There's
James,
what a pass. That is another easy dunk for Papagiannis, who's appreciating. He's still not scored, James, but when he's distributing as he is, there's another behind the back for Papagiannis to make the 3 to tie it up at 19. With acceleration from Vildoza, finds Fournier open in the corner, and he answers. The points are raining down now.
Olympiacos have done well against the pressure of Monaco.
Motiejunas out on the floor again. His pass keeps moving, and eventually it comes to Vito Brown. I believe it's the highest lead they've had so far. That's how close this game is. Peters answering. That lead of 4 doesn't last for long. They're finding their way now.
Does James become a scorer again and Nick becomes the assist maker? That's fascinating. Look, you want to have him back. Same with Korkmaz when he gets back.
Shaq McKissick attacking and one. Shaq McKissick is similar to Diallo, a player who will, with Olympiacos back in front. 7 lead changes already. Might need to calculate to keep them going, as here's another in the game at the moment, do Olympiacos. Here's McKissick to Vezenkov. They keep it moving, shot clock running low, and it was a hasty shot in the end from Williams-Goss. James to Diallo, extra pass to Blossom Game. Good finish with the contact, and one. Alec Peters drawing the whistle.
That's the extra pass that Coach Spanoulis wants. Diallo could have gone to the rack. But another thing, that was the first free throw of the game for Monaco.
There's a nice pass underneath for Peters, who finishes well.
Passing, hustling for loose balls, getting steals.
Mike James for Blossom Game. He's going to score again, and another assist for James. Blossom Game. Shaq McKissick goes back out to Peters, and now Walkup. Vezenkov is lurking. Instead, it goes inside to Foul, who has to battle away to keep it. Gets it back to McKissick on the buzzer. Let's see.
Oh, I don't know.
It's just about good, I think. Who have that foul to give. Vezenkov trying to defend James. Step back, long 2. Mike James finally gets on the scoreboard.
I think Mike James gave you a bit of a look then to say, don't worry about me being able to score, Mr. West. I can make buckets.
Shaq McKissick with back-to-back 3-pointers. Not known for his threes, but he is now.
Well, one thing that neither team has to worry about is foul trouble right now, because they didn't commit any in the first half.
Yeah. Nobody with more than 2 fouls in the game. Here's Fournier on the dribble, gets to the hole. It feels like they're getting a bit of control, even though there's only 2 points in the...
Well, it's not the score. Yeah, I agree, but I just think they're getting the shots that they want.
They're getting Vezenkov more involved, and Fournier now adding a triple. He's got Akobo, Diallo, Jordan Lloyd back in there as well, and Papagiannis for company. Here is Akobo for Diallo, who's going to take on the 3. McKissick back in the action and back in the thick of it straight away. Fournier will have another chance. Gives it to Foul, gets it back from him and drains it. The home fans right in front of the bench.
Well, I'm not calling a foul there.
Well, he's allowed to stand there, isn't he?
Don't give me a whistle.
As Akobo and one as he drives now. Kicks it back to Lloyd. Strazel Papagiannis establishing himself in the paint. As Strazel finishes well. He wanted a foul too, but
that's a tough bucket. You know, forget my criticism of defense.
So some errors slipping into the game as defenses start to get on top. Here's Williams-Goss attacking. And again, no lack of defensive effort there as he managed a clumsy turnover there. He just about manages to keep hold of it. Papagiannis nipping away at him, but Fournier will go all the way inside.
That's a tough finish.
And that will see a timeout from Monaco with 10 seconds to play. Competing with Milutinov for a jump ball, not easy, but he ended up
that's two
with
fouls.
The whistle blown.
Remember they called the foul at the start of the game on the first jump ball, although that one didn't really, I got it, but good defense there.
Fournier off the mark, and in transition quickly goes Diallo all the way, and a smooth finish from Alpha Diallo.
See the numbers though, well he's playing for the foul, that's
Vildoza has it poked away from behind by Lloyd, who runs in transition now and finishes of the night. He's up to 7 now. He relishes a contest more than anyone. But it's Williams-Goss who's open, and he makes the 3, his second in 2 minutes. Trying to answer again at the other end, switches on to Vezenkov, who'll go inside and kick it to the open Strazel in the corner. Matthew Strazel is the latest to join the three-point party that we're having in the Salle Gaston Médecin. We've had 6 in this matchup between the two teams tied for 3rd place. Vezenkov looking to ice the game.
Ouch.
And Sasha Vezenkov with the 3. He's been relatively quiet tonight.
It was here, when you score in the last 2 minutes, the clock stops.
Yeah. And
the clock shouldn't have stopped. They took 7 seconds off. You should have only taken 1.
So they get that time back, and James now will go for the 3 and make it.
11 of the first 13 games they've played, 10 of the first 12 games they've played have been won by the home team.
Yeah,
so this snaps a victory. I suppose you've got to be antagonistic. You'll say it's going to be Zvena Zvezda. Who's good? You got for the win?
I'll go with Paris. Why not? I'll keep rolling. Why not? No, sorry for putting you on the spot and well evaded.
Here in Paris for this special night in round 32 of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. Out of bounds. Coletas. In that conversation of all-time great guards as well. Denied by Mustafa Fel. It's been a tough week for Coletas in terms of receiving a snub for the all-25 team. And Fel makes it even tougher with his defense and then his offense. And now Diallo, who's athletic and fast and tenacious, but he's bit by the block. Great start for Olympiacos on the defensive end. Just 3 points in 3 minutes for Monaco, but Olympiacos only 4. And they start well on defense as well. And that provides the platform from which Alpha Diallo can detonate the dunk. Tells him not to. Vezenkov went to the NBA. He's now returned. They've also got Evan Fournier to take on that Slukas role. And they've also got Keenan Evans to come in. 9-9. And the simple score for Daniel Theis. It was home court advantage 2 seasons ago that allowed Monaco to get to their first and only ever Final Four. As Theis shows his outside shooting ability. Played 35.5 minutes, so Vasilis Panoulis having to manage rotations and minutes tonight after the overtime game against Žalgiris. And Daniel Theis, they conceded the first 4 points in this game. They have answered back in a special way. No Kobo out to Blossom Game. Blossom Game on the burst to the basket, continues his hot streak. Saban Lee on the bounce, away from Strazel, who's breathing down his neck. Lee slicing and dicing the defense and showing his ability to score. Vasilis Panoulis needs a touch as he continues to try to find the right combinations to come from 8 down. They've done it with their defense, but Alpha Diallo darts right through it and right up to the rack. Williams-Goss. Olympiacos looking for the lead from 8 down. Here's Vezenkov, buys the contact and backs it in. A master of geometry, Sasha Vezenkov. Up fake, step through, foul. Jaite, ball movement, Monaco in Olympiacos style. That is beautiful basketball as they beat the league leaders at their own game. The first score for Fournier on his 6th shot attempt from the field, having missed 2 free throws as well. Entry pass, Calathes, Motte, Younas will put it in, and Nick Calathes is putting on a clinic. James with the green shoes on here tonight. Motte Younas up fake, moves, doesn't get the roll. Olympiacos with 4 fouls now. Foul on the bench again on 3 personal. Peters into Papanikolaou. Fournier catches, balances the sideline right in front of Spanoulis. Outside shot from Sasha. Somewhat shackled tonight. 7 points, 5 rebounds and a block. But doing so against a stern Olympiacos defense, and Alec Peters immediately cancelling the 2 from Tice to the line with a 3. Largest lead of the game, first double-digit lead of the game. Tarpey, though, will answer. Mike James, 8 assists, 0 turnovers, and showing he can do it all. And Fournier quickens the pace, finger roll will fall. Evan Fournier has his first 2 field goals in this period. Tough period put behind Olympiacos. A tough passage of play, I should say, with Monaco on the comeback trail. Olympiacos holding them an arm's length again. James, who's been launching the comeback, that time offers the cue to launch Daniel. In the previous meeting between these two, he had 12 assists. Fournier battling ties to the basket. Okobo draws a couple, far side, Strazel free, closeout late. Saban Lee almost ending up back on his own bench. Other players have missed 1 each. Vezenkov to McKissick. They'll go to work in close proximity this time to pick up the points. Okobo, guarded by Papanikolaou, gets the switch onto Vezenkov. Okobo crossover to the elbow, knocks it down. How about the confidence of Okobo? Finding another wind here down the final stretch, but also suffering foul trouble. Blossom game, swivel, score, whistle. Jaron Blossom game continues to bring it. Blossom game taking it at Lee, has 16 points. Monaco at the foul limit for the remainder, though. Blossom game into the lane, spinning, swivel and score. Jaron Blossom game. Saban Lee down the baseline after the great hustle play from Peters. Williams-Goss shot clock still ticking. 3 to shoot. Williams-Goss meandering his way. This one is going to be touch tight to the finish, it seems. All of the moves from Ellie to get the job done. The moves from Eli Okobo, almost with a smile on his face. These 2 European heavyweights continuing to throw blows, and neither being knocked down to the canvas yet. And 1 for Alec Peters, as Olympiacos look to get back within 1. Peters, a chance to become the top. Strazel, the 3-guard lineup again for Monaco. Used so often by Spanoulis and his predecessor, Sasha Obradovic, and Matthew Strazel. 5 points, all coming in the second half, with the youthful exuberance of a 22-year-old does so. Vezenkov delivers the underarm harm. Game, Monaco were up by 8 at the end of the first period. As we see these moves from Vezenkov, again, he's putting the ball off. Now, he's not a great free throw shooter, but he's not that bad. He's a 68% shooter through the season. Oh, my goodness! All the footwork, but not the finish. Had his 11th assist, though. It will create significant breathing room at this point in proceedings. Mike James off to Jaite. Same connection, same outcome. James lighting the fuse. Jaite detonating. Olympiacos down 6. McKissick slips it in for Zenkov. Over the top of Okobo. Got the roll as it kisses every inch of the iron. For Zenkov, 19 points. Williams-Goss. Time about to expire, slips it into Vezenkov, who rises to rock the wrap, and Olympiacos down 3. And that will do it. The first 3-game losing streak for Olympiacos in more than 3 years.